What's up, my beautiful people? Welcome back to See It Through My Eyes. My name is Richie, here along with my fellow co-host and a new co-host we want to welcome. Round of applause.
All right, ladies.
Yes,
all right.
hands. All right.
All right. That's great. We'll finish later.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with our new, well, technically this is our second episode and the first episode of 2023. So, Happy New Year's to everybody and welcome to our channel. Welcome to our lives. Today's topic is going to be something, something interesting. And I hope you guys enjoy yourself. Shut up, Ian!
I didn't say anything.
I hope you guys enjoy it as well. But first... Let's introduce ourselves, and then we're gonna introduce our new fellow co-host. Jesus, go ahead.
Hi,
Introduce
everyone.
yourself to people. Hi.
My name is Jesus. I'm the shy editor of the podcast.
Excuse me, I didn't write that in the script for you.
Sir, we don't have scripts at all.
This guy. Breaking the fourth wall.
Ooh, walls.
I'm happy to be back here with my friends and the new co-host, which you'll most likely hear from next. Actually,
Did he say Muslim?
on.
I heard he said Muslim.
I didn't say most.
Oh, okay.
I said most likely.
Sorry, Marvin. All right, continue.
No.
I could have sworn I heard muscles.
So, it's on to our new co-host, Omar.
All right, Jesus. There's a third one over here.
We gotta.
Of course, the poor man is left behind.
My God.
Shut up, I already hear the joke.
Ian, go ahead.
I thought we were going clockwise.
No, first the three of us, and then we're gonna introduce the new guy. Yeah, come here.
Hey, wait a minute. Which way is the clock facing?
It don't matter. We're all around. All right, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. What's up, people?
This is a great start, by the way.
This really is. But I'm Ian. Nice to be back. Pretty sure y'all missed. Pretty sure we missed y'all more than y'all missed us. Happy New Year. I think it's been 1 year since we last talked to them or something.
Man, it's very depressing.
Damn, stupid joke.
What? All right. But yeah, I'll say Happy New Year. I hope everything's going well for you. It's been a year since we talked to y'all, so I'll say it's nice to hear from everybody. It's good to be back. I honestly thought we'd be canceled after our first episode. But looks, I guess
Why are you serving my way when you said that, sir? What are you trying to imply?
I'm saying you don't pay us enough.
Wait, he was staring at you? I thought he was staring at the wall.
Well, one eye was staring at me, the other eye was staring
The
at
other, okay, for one eye works. The other one's just open to make it look like I'm making eye contact.
What's wrong with their eye?
Ah!
Oh, no.
But yeah, it's good to be back, y'all. I'm about to say I can't wait to get into what it is that we're doing this time. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be something. And yeah, that's all I have to say.
Thank you. Terrific. All right, so now we want to introduce to you guys our new co-host. And yeah, we have a panel. All right, jazz hands. All right, terrific.
That ain't no jazz.
Why are
hands.
you always on? I like how he's clapping off beat. That's
Jesus,
rhythm.
you saw Jesus?
No, that's rhythm though. I gotta give it. That's how jazz
Yeah,
works.
but he doesn't. Shut up. Stop defending the boy.
What? I'm not
Anyways.
rhythm.
All right, so guys, let me introduce to you my brother, Omar.
What's up, people? My name is Omar. I'm the dyslexic one in the group. I don't know what else to say, but I'm feeling grateful for being here, and let's have a great year.
Yeah, that's a great way to stay in shape.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
So the topic for today is going to be New Year's resolution. Why, sir? You know, I feel a lot of people listening, and everybody here, we have at some point in our lives made New Year's resolution goals, but if we're being honest, most of the time we don't keep them. So we're here to try to figure out and poke at it and try to figure out why that happens, and also to try to see if we could come up with some ideas to maybe how we can improve those goals keeping and achieving. So we are going to go out of order. So forget the order we're all sitting around. Jesus. Oh no, first we're gonna have our new co-host read some statistics, and then we'll have Ian read some questions. This research is all brought to you by our producer, Mr. Jesus. Jazz hands. Everybody's just off cue. Okay, terrific. All right.
I love this.
We need a studio audience.
I love this.
All right. So, who did I say? I'll do the dyslexic one.
Well, I will take over then.
Oh, yeah.
That was great. Though.
And let you guys know I am dyslexic, and apparently the producer decided to let the dude that can't read read.
Screw that guy.
Yeah.
I mean, all four of us can't read to a varying degree.
Hey, I let you know. That's why I have Google.
I can read. I just don't apply myself enough to do it.
There,
That's true.
All right. Let's get this.
No child left behind.
There you go. So, the question of the day is, what are your 2022 resolutions?
Someone didn't update it.
Nope, they did not.
So, okay, let me clarify with this. So, these are just the top 10 goals that people have set for last year, right?
Yes.
So we're going in with that as like a
frame of reference.
Somebody needs to add a goal for updating your statistics.
Yeah, but I mean, since they're based off of last year, it's all just like, oh, what did people choose to do last year?
Oh, but that's so last year though.
Oh my.
All right. Well, I love you, but let's get started, y'all. All right. Category. We got living healthier, personal improvement or happiness, losing weight, career or job goals. Oh, that's a good one. Financial goals, improving relationships, travel or moving, exercising, other, which, I mean, I don't know why would they put other there, stop smoking, don't know, none of your business, reduce drinking. All right.
Okay, I don't want to be that guy, but are we sure that's the right order? Or did he switch it around? Why would they put other in the middle?
I mean...
You're telling me, what about the whole nobody's business? I thought that was at least
That's
number
such a sassy statistic.
I thought that would be number 2.
Well, I rearranged them now, so... Oh, well, we'll continue going from here.
Yeah, it's not about being professional.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if you guys here, just to let you guys know, we don't have a studio, so if you hear a bunch of noise in the background, we apologize. But
That's our family.
that's our live studio audience.
All right. So for the actual result here, we got living healthier at 23%. Oh, okay.
I can see that.
Personal improvement or happiness, 21%. Okay, that makes sense. Everyone wants to be happy. Losing weight, my fat ass needs to lose some weight. 20%. Let's see.
Why are we going down? What's going on?
Yeah.
It's a little depressing.
Career and job goals, 16%. Damn.
Wow.
Damn.
So,
Oh man, this is horrible. This is
What's up with statistics?
Where'd you get this from?
What type of start to the year is this, Jesus?
so listen. These are based off of like the percentages, right?
Yeah.
So with these percentages, when they go down, out of 100%, how many people pick that as like a specific like goal? So it's like 23% of people picked the first goal. 16% of people only picked career and improvement.
so it's still saying that people don't.
Yeah, seriously, they
it's
still
still
don't
a
have
bad
no
thing.
self-confidence, bro.
Jesus Christ,
Yeah.
I
Jesus.
got a question. I can't read the graph.
Shut up, Patrick.
All right, financial goals 13%, improving relationships 11%.
Man, this is just...
This is getting depressing. Travel or moving 9%, exercising 7%. Jesus Christ. Stop smoking 5%.
Put it down.
Reduce drinking. Fuck that. AA's for quitters. Jeff Denham.
Oh no.
2%. Don't know or don't care. 4%. None of your business. 3%. And other 7%. Whoever is
Where are
lazy.
these numbers coming
Whoever
from?
is lazy.
This line graph is going all over the place.
Whoever's this lazy to put other
Hey, you leave me alone.
Your mama.
I'm on that 7%.
Your mama is.
Oh, great! Look at you dropping things. In the
That
studio.
wasn't me.
Your mama is just trash. I'm just gonna say it like that. Whoever puts other and is that lazy they can't answer this, your mother is trash.
I think it's just that
Jesus, don't defend him. That guy's the big tall
rude
man
people.
just slipped and fell off
See,
his
this
chair.
is why America is in the 2%. Damn it.
So
Wait, what was 2%?
Exactly.
Reduced drinking.
Oh,
Damn.
only 2% of people.
Well, at least nobody says 0%.
That's
And
true.
that's the highlight.
I mean,
Okay, so
What are your thoughts on all these goals that have been shown, that have been read?
so let's start with living healthy. Jesus.
Honestly, I thought that more people would choose that. I think that after you read it like a few times, there's some goals that I would categorize as like maybe being the same thing, you know?
Yeah, this is true.
that's true.
Or like, you know, if you want to live healthier, obviously you got to stop drinking and like, you know, do other like stop smoking. You
I
know?
mean, losing weight is part of exercise.
think,
Yeah.
But I guess if you wanted to put the general term like on top of everything else, but then squeeze in everything else, I guess. But
Man,
I kind of thought self-improvement, though, will at least have.
a little bit more, right?
Yeah, that's kind of.
Self-improvement is the lowest. No, the second one from the.
Yeah.
But then again, isn't everything on that list trying to like be like self-improvement?
Well,
So like,
Yeah.
and
I think
yeah,
this was a
yeah.
bit general, wasn't it? Because it's
Yeah.
just like, it is kind of repetitive. I mean, because even like you said, self-improvement, that goes with the whole going to like, you know, school and all that. And that was low also. It's like we're subdividing what's already divided.
Hey, you know what? You have a point. Education was not in this. I don't know if it wasn't
No,
offered.
Yeah, no, I think that's what a lot of people were like. You know, you see the other.
I
Like, how
that's probably.
decent-
It
Yeah.
could- yeah,
I
it
Yeah.
could be
All
that.
right, your mama ain't trash. I'm worried.
Well,
Taking
hold
it
on a
back.
second. We don't know his mama. Whoever wrote this statistic.
I mean, it is pretty interesting though. Like when we were talking, education is not in here. I mean, it's a pretty good one.
There's an interesting thing about that too. I don't know if I should like. I'll just add it. It's saying that a lot of people have tapered off of like college, like within the last few years, because a lot of people feel that it's not necessary.
Mm.
So
Mhm.
that's probably why education's not on there.
Yeah,
Well,
At least 3 of the 4 here kind of feel that.
yeah, but I don't blame you. I mean, I'm in college right now, and I'm taking no offense to whoever is taking this liberal arts, which I think is just a bunch of baloney. But you know, they're forcing me to take it, so I'm taking it.
That's how you torture conservative. You make them take liberal arts.
Oh no.
oh my God.
Oh yes, I am
So-
a conservative, guys. I forgot to mention that.
So just to let all of you know who are listening, I will put this article as well as another article, and in the second article there are 35 different New Year's resolutions. Very unique.
Sounds like a lot of work to read through. Go to hell.
Hey, I am reading that.
35.
Oh, I know. I didn't.
See,
give
this
you-
is why we're all the way to the 2%. It's depressing people.
Listen.
35 New Year's resolutions. Don't down 35 New Year's resolutions.
Ain't nobody making me quit for 2%. Hell no.
I didn't. I didn't put that in there or like make you read that because it's like, come on now. I was reading that and it took me a bit. So.
Oh, imagine I'll be here the whole podcast. What are you trying to say,
No.
Jesus?
But I think it's also telling because I feel it could be realistic, but I think sometimes too people don't give themselves enough credit or at least enough self-motivation. Like, I mean, it's, you know, I'm not saying that, you know, this is how everybody thinks, but I feel a lot of the time, at least by what I've observed, and, you know, when it came down to like the field that I was doing my work in, being social work as a student and, you know, volunteer and intern, whatever. But what I would see also is that I feel a lot of people don't tend to kind of give themselves enough of that self-motivation to kind of be like, okay, it's a hard goal to achieve, but it's also not impossible. So I feel if this is, you know, if this survey was more based on like, do you believe that this, and this, you know, and they took it personally, I felt a lot of people didn't give themselves enough that self-motivation, like, yeah, you know, self-worth or whatever, that could be a little bit higher if you did, put that more that self motivation. But at the same time, I can also understand because, I mean, and this is something that we're gonna talk a little bit more further in the episode. But I feel a lot of the time it's not just one factor. So I could I understand why the the levels are so damn the percentage is so damn low on a lot of these questions because there are so many different factors like what you guys we were mentioning about education. A lot of people, three of us, we've stepped away from education, but either because we were burnt out or we just didn't feel like it was necessary, or just for example, like my case, financially it was just too much of a hassle. So I don't know. So you guys want to get to the questions so then we can give Jesus his time to speak on his part. Okay, so let's get to the questions. Once again, this research was brought to you by Mr. Jesus. So if you don't like it, you know who to blame. All right. So, Ian, you're going to read the questions?
Yeah, sure.
So, just before you start, these are questions that I had thought about. There are 5 questions of comfortability, where basically after he asks, it's a scale from 1 to 5. 1 being I wouldn't do this, 5 I would do this, basically, and they're basic forms of New Year's resolutions. I hope they can't hear the music because that might get copyrighted.
Mo, you're in a Mexican house now. All right.
Viva la Mexico.
Let's get to the question before we start busting out the marachis.
Okay. All right. So I'm about to say, so we just hitting them 1 for 1?
Yeah, let's just go, down the list.
Okay. So the first question that Mr. Jesus came up with is the first New Year's resolution is make a new friend each month. How do we feel on it? Out of a scale of 1 to 5, how are we feeling on that?
I mean, I make friends every day, so
for you it would be a 5.
I guess I'll be a 1 because it's not really important to me. It just naturally comes.
So 1 is you wouldn't do it. 5 is you would do it.
I'm trying not to do it because people
okay.
come to me.
So it's natural.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. You don't feel like
Devo. I'm at it too because I think I'm at the point in my life where it's like, if I make friends, I make friends, and if I don't, I really don't give a fuck. So.
I'd give it a 3. And I know that's like 1 up from you, but I think it is a good average number where it's just...
We're going 1 up 1.
We really are. 1, 2, 3. And there's only 4 of us in here. But it's like, I do give it a 3 though. Because, each month, I can't promise I'm going to make a friend out of it. Because it could be the people I'm engaging with, I just don't see them as friend material. Maybe they don't see it in me. And I'm not about to make that a goal and be like, well, I failed this month. It's like, no, it can still be a good month. I don't need a additional new person. So, I don't know. I'll give it a 3. But if it happens, great. If it doesn't, it's not going to stop my sleep.
All right, let's see if we got the 4th lottery number.
I'm going to have to go with the 3.
Yes! He broke it.
Yes!
Come on, G, you couldn't say 4 just for the fuck of it.
No. It's because I feel like I already have enough friends. Like, in real life.
Flexing over here. No new friends.
I feel like I have like a good amount of friends to where it's like I can manage it and there's like no issue. And so it's like I feel like if you had too many that you couldn't manage, then of course there would be like an issue. True. You'd be like, oh, I'm tired. I don't want to talk to people now. Or stuff like that.
Such a diva. I'm gonna put my phone on mute because I'm tired of these bitches.
No, but I understand though. It's important to meet new people, but we're living in a day and age where it's just like, God damn it, do I really want to meet someone new that's gonna bring either drama and not give me peace?
No, if I had to play.
Well,
sorry, getting my phone.
Things are getting weird over here.
He climbed all over me. If I had to play devil's advocate, if you were someone who didn't have many friends or just didn't have like the social skills in like just your daily life, then of course that would be such a refreshing goal to set because it would take you out of your comfort zone, and it would like force you to talk to people, even though maybe you don't want to do that, or just don't do that because you're too shy. So yeah, that's my thoughts.
All right. Want to go to the next one, people?
No.
All right. So the next one is try a new recommendation from a family or friend. So just to get some clarity here for the people, that means like if a friend or even family was like, hey, I went to this restaurant, maybe you should try it, or I listened to this type of artist and this type of song, maybe you should do, like, you know, you might want to listen to it, check it out. That's what we mean. Like, okay, how do we feel on it? What do you think?
I'm kind of at a 1 with that because
Taking advice?
taking advice.
That's what I got. Or did I get that wrong?
No, it's like a recommendation where, like, you know, well, I mean, one could suggest that might be advice depending. Well,
Depending on what it is.
right.
It's
So yeah, you okay? What do you think, Omar?
I mean, like, I'll go with Richie right there. I'll go with I'll stick to a low number 2. Not to sound depressing, but you know.
I do think it kind of depends, like, on how you kind of are as a person, because depending, like, where you like kind of sit there, it's going to depend how far you will venture out on recommendations. Because yeah, some people's definition of recommendation is like, okay, where it's just I went to a different restaurant and then you tried it and it like completely, you know, blew your mind. Like the time we went to Hubs, that was amazing. I never thought it was going to be great until I actually had it. So I'd say a 4 for me. Because that's just who I am. I mean, I still got limits where it's like there's stuff I won't do. But I'm not going to just like, rather like just say no. And then the rest of the day is just people trying to convince me out of my decision. Like, I'll try it. If it works, great. If not, again, I'm not going to lose sleep over it.
I'd say about a 3. It depends. For me, it just depends like what it is. I like if someone were to give me like a movie recommendation, I'd say maybe because I'm not really like a movie person in general. But if they tell me like, oh, it's really good, I'll give it a shot. And then if it's a food recommendation, I think that one's a little bit higher because I'm always like
Eating
about like new food. Yeah.
Damn!
Put them on black.
What? You ate my ribs. Don't think I forgot about it.
Oh, but that was because we accidentally.
Sir, there's no excuse. You didn't stop yourself once you figured it out.
Wait, was he justifying how he ate someone else's food?
Yeah, we didn't see it, but you still ate the whole damn thing.
What can I say? Once you start, that's it.
It's because we figured it out, and I was already knee deep.
Half done.
I'm gonna need that recipe or that location you got those ribs from, apparently.
Bro, I'm telling you. Oh, man.
See, I agree with what Jesus said about the food. I think it depends on what type of recommendation. When it comes to food, I feel
That's a little easier.
yeah. When it comes, see here, my example why I don't really take like when people are like, oh, like for example, like I've had this a couple of times where people are like, oh my God, watch this show. I'm not gonna point fingers at who, but like watch this show. This comedian is so fucking funny. No, not you.
Oh,
But although you know who it is. Anyways, and they were like, oh, watch this person. They're very funny. And it kind of falls flat because my sense of humor is completely different than your sense of humor, you know, vice versa. So it's kind of like cringy because it's like, oh my God, I don't want to make this person feel bad, but oh my God, this person is not funny. I don't know what you're laughing at, you know, and yeah, it all kind of depends. Yeah, it just makes it very awkward. It's like, to me, when I think of like movies or music, I'm like, I have a different taste in all that. So if I'm gonna recommend it to somebody, let me be like, hey, maybe you'll like it. Nah, oh yeah, you're gonna find this great, because then it just falls flat and it makes it very awkward for people.
All right, so I'm about to say we almost done, people. We still got what? 3 left? Yeah.
3 more.
All right, so the third one that we got here, I like this one. Attend a new event that you have no clue about. Basically clueless. So it could be, you know, I don't know, for those out there, it's like Comic-Con, San Diego, or or like Coachella, or even things like Taste of Chicago, just any type of event that you normally would either say no to or just you're not familiar with, you just immerse yourself in, I don't know, it doesn't have to be the whole time, but at least just attempt it. How do we feel on it?
I will give a 5. I'm a pretty random person when it comes to that. I know Ricardo can be a eyewitness and testify with me right there that
I can be his eyewitness.
well, I mean, he's my eye candy.
Oh no!
Somebody throw a pillow at me.
But yeah, you know, I'm very random. Last time what the fuck did I do? Last time I went all the way to freaking Michigan to go blueberry picking.
Oh my god!
Wait, seriously? That's a true story?
Yeah, that's a true story.
Why that far
Really?
though?
My friend had a blueberry farm, has a blueberry farm in Michigan, and she called me up. I was coming out of work. She's like, "Hey, do you want to come with me to pick some blueberries?" I was like, "Sure." Halfway during the expressway, she tells me, "Yeah, it's in Michigan." I was like, "Oh, okay."
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. You pull down your pants. I know what I'm doing.
Next.
I don't know.
You got Jesus all red. No, he got me all hot and heavy about the berries.
I believe that.
Yes, the berries. The first time he mentioned it, I was just wow.
You should have heard his stomach growling.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that was, yeah.
As far as new things go, I'm a 3. I'm in the middle. 'Cause it's like there are some things that I'm like for sure gonna try, like involving like music or like food again. But there are other things that I wouldn't try, like skydiving and
You suck.
scuba diving. Like
Scuba
those seem kind of
I don't know. I might.
those seem kind of to me. But again, it's only
Blind person in water.
Oh no!
How you feel with your hands?
Yeah, you feel the shark next to you.
No, is that?
Oh no!
See, to me, I think I'm kind of. It all kind of depends. So I'm kind of in the middle, like a 3. Because if it's, I hate being in crowded areas. So if it's anything like going to concerts, going to anything, I'm gonna leave you right there. But if it's like what you just said, like skydiving, shit like that, where it's just more one-on-one type of thing, you know, I don't know, like hiking or shit like that, then hell yeah, that's a more of a 5 for me. But yeah, if it's anything else, it's a 1.
I don't know. I am between 3 and 4. Reason B is definitely the whole crowd thing. Because the reason I'm not ever doing the Taste of Chicago anymore, it was my mom and my brother. Because we never experienced it. And typical in Chicago, especially around the summer months, they always have those festivals. Everybody's just like, hey, go to this, go to that, and the Taste of Chicago was one. And so we did try it that one summer. And aside, like Ricardo said, the crowds I could not do. Oh. And then it was like, you had to bring your own chair because there was nowhere to sit down. And even the food was overpriced. Like it tastes like the food would taste great, but it's like it didn't have to cost as much. So it's like all of this stuff. I was like, I'm never doing this again. I'm glad I did it the one time, but it was through that one time I was like, I'll never do it again. So in that lens, I do see why I would be like a 3 and a 4, because the 4, I tried it. But the 3 is just, there were certain things that I just know I can't really function in. Big crowds, nowhere to sit, and it's just real congested. I don't like stuff like that. So I am mixed between the, 3 and a 4 on that.
But that's the crazy part that I'm thinking about. I was thinking about it while you were talking about your part. Remember the time that me and you, Ian, that we went to Navy Pier with 2 other friends? Yep. That was kind of fun, though.
That was.
So I guess it all kind of depends, too, like, who you're with.
True.
Because if you're with, a group or, maybe like a handful or even just one other person, and you have, you typically can have fun with that person, no matter where you are, it could make it of a fun experience. But if the person you're with and then the place you're at, it's just not a good match, then I guess that, I don't know.
That's true.
Yeah. All right. Last question.
Okay. So the last one we got here. Oh, do we got to explain why we cut things out or just?
No.
Okay. Well, yeah. The last one that we're going to do here is just simply, what was the last one? Lord have mercy. I totally forgot. I ain't going to say. Oh, Yeah, talk to someone that has a language barrier. Long story short, just you speak one language, they speak something totally different, and rather than just walk away and be like, "Oh, I think we can't communicate here," try to still reach for something. How comfortable you feel on that, people?
For me, I've actually tried it a couple times because I have talked to people of different countries and different languages. I think for me, it could go either way because sometimes trying to understand somebody can kind of kill the flow of the conversation. But at times too, I feel like it does depend on the person's energy because it might not be exactly what they're saying, but maybe just the vibe that they bring, the type of personality they have. That it's like, oh, I don't give a fuck. He might be over here talking about, I don't know, terrorism or some shit. But it's like, you know what? I like that guy. I'm not gonna hang out with him, but I like that guy.
How comfortable do you feel like associating with somebody that has a language barrier? Could you do it?
I mean, I can. I'm gonna be honest. Where I work, I have a lot of people that are coming in that have huge language barriers. I'm just gonna get the elephant out of the room. It pisses you off that you can't understand them. But if you will know their language, you'll probably be like the coolest person ever.
I see.
Fair point.
So I guess it pisses you off the fact that you can't understand them, even though what you're trying to tell them in your mind is something simple.
Right.
Like you're trying to man, I'm just trying to tell you to do this. Why is it so hard for you to understand? But then you gotta remember, it's like, oh yeah, they don't understand.
Language barrier.
Exactly. So yeah.
And what about you, Ian?
Oh, so you're just gonna okay, fine. Yeah. I'm with Omar on this one too. Cause it's one of the things I've learned since I started working where, people would call in and not everybody speaks, like fluent English, and that's totally fine. Though, I mean, I guess I'm going to try to distinguish the two because that is a working environment. And so because I'm in a working environment, I have to put on a thing of professionalism where it's like, yeah, despite there being that barrier, I still have to provide the service I need. So that's one thing. But then even outside, just me as a person, I mean, I honestly think I can still do that, to be honest. Because, if we're just going to be 100 here, I thought it was going to be a language barrier when I started, being around this family. And, that ship kind of sailed like a long time ago. So.
That's right. Ian actually taught me English.
Oh, no.
I had very broken English when I first met him.
You did?
I sure did.
I feel like you're lying. No, you didn't. You just didn't like to talk words. You didn't barely say anything.
Not to you.
Oh.
I mean, I just put my wallet away every time I saw you.
Oh my God.
And that's why I love my family. They are so supportive. I couldn't ask for a better family.
Kiss ass. All right, who's next?
Yeah, I'm the last one.
Oh yeah.
So.
Call me a kiss ass. I heard that, you son of a.
I don't know whether this counts, but the one language barrier that I can think of is when we have to translate for our families.
Ugh.
And this is like starting from a young age where it's like they expect us, because we know English, or at least they think we know English very well, they expect us to also know Spanish. So within that is the little situation where you may know how to say one thing in English, but completely blank on it as far as Spanish. And so, as far as my experience goes, I'm a 3. I'm in the middle on this, because there are some things that I have the patience for, and there are other things that I know I would not have the patience for sure. And I think having another person who may also not have the patience for within this conversation would not be a good thing, as far as like language barriers go.
Me, Omar, and Jesus are very whitewashed Mexicans. You should hear us speak Spanish.
Yes, I might have.
Especially Jesus.
My mom expects me to know Spanish by now because I'll be over here.
We kind of expect you to too, sir.
Yes, sir.
10 years.
What?
Pick up some damn words.
We can't keep talking manure crap stuff behind you.
So you do be talking behind my back in different languages.
That's not true. I talk right next to you.
This is true. I don't have to hug him at your back.
You're too tall either way.
Anyway, y'all, so that's the questions that, our good old, what's your title in this company?
I'm just
Stan.
I was going to say, Stan the editor came up with. That's going to be your title now, Stan the editor.
Stan the editor? Oh, man.
All right, Stan the editor. So now we are going to give our own portions about like the initial topic, which is New Year's resolution goals, why people tend to fall out, as the statistics can kind of show. A lot of people feel that way. So, Jesus, let's go one at a time, give our own little opinions and whatnots. Jesus, Stan?
I'd say a lack of self-discipline. For a lot of people, even myself, it can get very, not that it gets difficult, but I feel like when I do something for like a long time, it gets very draining to do, even though I set my mind to it. And I think that's the part where a lot of people end up just giving up. It's like, oh, I'm drained, I don't have like the energy or the mental energy to do this today. And that one day turns into like multiple days after that, and it's just like, oh, what am I doing? Why am I not doing what I'm like supposed to do? Type of stuff. So for me, the biggest reason is maybe self-discipline. I'm sure you could like have other reasons, and I'm sure that there are other reasons that I'm just not thinking about that hopefully my co-host will let me know of. So whoever wants to go next.
Well, I guess I'll go next. Didn't expect I was going to go this fast. So to me, I want to do two things. I want to talk about a little bit more analyzing internally what my experience has been. So to me, a question that I think it was before we started recording, somebody, I don't remember who it was. I think it was you, Rachel. I think it was you, probably. Just take credit. Jesus asked me, like, do I believe in kind of coming up with, New Year's goals and whatever. And I told him how, to me, I understand, to each his own. I respect if somebody feels that to them, it motivates them, then hell, if it motivates you, who the fuck am I to tell you not to do so, or judge you. But to me, I feel that unless there's a specific reason for waiting for a specific time, you shouldn't have to wait. It's similar to, I know it's kind of going on a whole rant here, but similar to how, like, for example, like Valentine's. To me, it's kind of like there shouldn't just be a one time, of a year for you to do a certain thing. You got me? Like, if you have a goal you want to achieve, then you need to start it, like, immediately. You got me? So, to me, New Year's goals doesn't really work. I tried it, like, once or twice, but I realized that whether I do it at the beginning of the year or I do it halfway through the year, either I don't do it or I will do it. It's simple as that. So, for example, I believe that if you do have a goal, then come up with it, write it down. I don't know, just mentally do it. But I feel you should be more aware of whom you do tell your goals to, because a lot of time. All right, you y'all one more time. I swear to God, you're flying off that bed, and he does it right in my ear too. So who you voice it to, I like I was saying, if you voice it to somebody and that person, whether they're pessimistic or just negative in general, a lot of the time they will discourage you, and you might be able to kind of stay phased and pretend like it doesn't bother you, but eventually if you do, so if you're around those type of people, sometimes it could be the closest family members you have, sometimes it could be your friends, hell, sometimes it could be your spouse. But if they're that negative voice in your ear that's constantly kind of just, taking away that motivation, and if you already kind of started, you're struggling with that, that's why it's a goal that you want to achieve it, and you're already struggling with it, then you don't need somebody to come over here and tell you, oh, well, you got to be realistic. And yeah, you have to be realistic at some points, but at other points, you got to also be realistic about, okay, it wasn't really out of my control. Maybe it was just either I didn't put enough effort in it, or I let certain things, stop me, or whatever, But I at least believe that you do have to be careful when you do voice that, I have a goal, because not everyone is going to always be there to be, your cheerleader or whatever. So that's how I feel. Another thing that the second thing that I want to talk about is something that I learned during the time that I was in college. It was around the time that I started hearing about it. Was SMART goals. So to anybody who doesn't know what SMART stands for, is everybody not in this room, because we're stupid. So SMART goals stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time bound. So I'm pretty sure we don't need to go through every one of them, right?
No.
Okay. Dyslexic?
No, I'm good over here.
Sit your ass up on that chair, sir.
I had to stretch my back.
But, so, I have tried it. I'm not going to pretend like it's a, bulletproof plan.
And I thought I was dyslexic.
Hey! But I have found that, like going letter by letter, if you're specific with the type of goals that you have, if you're realistic about, is it going to be able to be achieved in the time that you have it, you made it, whatever. And then, is your end goal and kind of your initial point, is it kind of like, does it connect? So that's kind of what I tie to. I don't know what you guys think of have you guys heard it? And do you guys think it's usable, the SMART goals method?
I mean, I've never heard of it actually, but I think it is a very smart one. It's to make it short, right? Even shorter than what it is. I think it's just like breaking down your goals. You got to be able to do one goal at a time, and you can't, say, oh, I want to be a multimillionaire the next day. That's not realistic. Realistic is, okay, I got to get a game plan here. Okay, what can I do to get where I need to get to? So I see where you're coming from, and I've never heard about it in that way. So, I mean, I know I'm going to start using it like that. What do you think, Ian?
I'm too stupid to make my own mind.
Yeah, Ian comes up with stupid goals.
No, but on seriousness, no, it is good because it is like a layout plan. And I feel like we already touched on it, but I know one of the biggest mistakes people make, especially with the new year, is just they pile their plate too big. Like they're just like, I want to just, take the world by storm and all of that. And look, that's great, but like you said, let's kind of put a plan. Let's be smart about this. Like, if you do want to be a millionaire, it's not just going to happen by just simply, I'm about to say it was one comedian had his joke line was, the secret to getting, being a millionaire is, get $1 million. And then, it's just like they would laugh because it's like, how do you even go about that? And so I think let's just be smart about it. Where it's like, if you want to be a millionaire, like, what steps can you do to kind of like get you there? Like, can you make cutbacks to certain things that you like, buy that you really don't need to, or just invest in the right stuff? It's just simply just find fundamental plans that you yourself know that you can reach. And I can't stress that enough because sometimes we try to make other people's plans our plans, and then we get discouraged. Like, see, this was a terrible New Year's resolution. It was never your resolution in the first place. You're just trying to bite off of somebody else. Like, make a plan that fits you, not them, not anybody else but you.
I'm kind of going back to it too. That's why I think being specific does matter, because a lot of the time people, and you hear that especially on social media or even in person, like you got so many fucking people who will be so generic or so vague with it. I want to lose weight. I want to get a new boyfriend. I want to leave the boyfriend I'm with. I want to get a new girlfriend. I want to be a girlfriend. Like all this, but it's like, what are you doing to put this in plan? Because, I mean, it's great to want, but what are you doing in order to achieve it?
And keep it, for that matter.
You get your man. Jesus? What do you think? How do you get a man?
As far as getting a man goes, I'm not the best person for that answer. So I can't really.
You gotta have some confidence in you, buddy.
Why was that the takeaway?
My thing is, he looked at me when he said that.
You know what, Bones?
Asshole.
I think it's great to.
You gotta believe in yourself. You can get a man, Jesus. You're
oh my God!
Hey guys! If you any single men out there?
Oh my God! No!
Jesus is looking.
I am in the room.
You're gonna
bilingual and ready to mingle.
You're gonna. Oh my God! You're gonna get the wrong crowd in my DMs. You need to stop.
We got DMs.
This man is also trilingual. He can read Braille.
No, he can.
No, so if you are gonna set yourself up for that, then having a smart plan as to what Richie said earlier would be a good idea. Outline some things for yourself, maybe like take more care of yourself, get more confidence in talking to other people, or sometimes you get what you want by not really making that the goal in the first place. Like there's some people that say that you like to find someone, sometimes you gotta talk to them as if you're gonna be friends with them. Of course, maybe make the intention clear that you want a relationship or whatever, but at the end of the day, yeah, just have a plan. I myself this year have set a goal, and it's a little unusual, and that goal is to do 100 curls on each arm every single day. And I have no idea why the hell I decided to do that, to be quite honest with you. I just thought it would be neat.
Or just, gain muscle.
Yeah, that too. A little quirky goal. And this is what I wanted to ask you guys. Have you guys set any...
I do 200.
Oh my god. Have you guys set any New Year's goals for this year, or are planning to at least strive towards a goal that you've wanted to do?
Well, me personally, my goal is to, 1, get out of debt, 2, get better with my health. So just doing anything different for my health will be the best thing. And the last one is actually getting in touch with a faith that I'm actually looking into practicing. So I'll let you guys know if I end up inside that temple or not.
Nice.
Well, I mean, last episode we talked to a certain somebody who is a Satanist and a Buddhist.
Hey.
Whoa.
So he could teach you the way of the Buddhists and Satanists.
Yes.
Ian?
What?
Jesus.
Why are you looking at me? Jesus is a student, Satanist, and a Buddhist.
You were next, that goddamn man.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Practicing to be an old man with my waving stick here.
Well, I know one goal I set definitely this year, and I think similar to what Jesus said. I didn't initially set it as a goal because I think sometimes when you do like purposely, if I make this my goal, it sometimes makes you honestly not want to achieve it, because then it's just like it feels like it holds you accountable to a standard, and then if you don't hit it, you feel like crap. So what I honestly did was my goal this year is definitely trying to get out of the comfort zone of just kind of myself, where there's a lot of things that when I was younger, I would say no to, and, just I didn't want to because I was afraid, I was shy and things like that. But I'm learning the older I get, I need to kind of be more open with the public and try to, put myself out there. It might not work out, and it honestly might, but I'll never know if I just by default say no. So I've been trying to put myself out there more, like if I say we did a talent show, we did a photo thing, and in both cases they worked. And even afterwards, I was upset with myself because I'm like, why the hell did I do this? I would never do this. But it's showing me that there is some growth, where it's like I'm trying to push myself, outside of what, comfortable. Because, we're changing. We are growing. And we need to start evolving into, like, the next level of who we are as, like, people, as, for the 4 of us as men. And so that kind of does mean we got to kind of push the boundaries a bit, where those things just like, I just never would. You probably could. You could be probably really good at it, but you probably didn't think so because you just said no. So, I mean, that's been a goal for me. And as uncomfortable as it is, I think I'm honestly achieving it, though.
I was going to say that I've seen those Facebook posts, and I'm very proud of you for making that commitment.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, like I said there, though, like, afterwards I would be feeling vexed because I'm like, I want to kick my own self in the ass, like, Ian, what the hell is wrong with you? We would never do this. We would never, like, get in front of them, and we would never, like, do any of this. We would say no. So what's the deal? But I feel like I am getting pushed in a place where it's like, in order for me to start going and start, like, moving in the direction that I want to as, like, purpose and all that, I need to make myself be kind of put out there a little bit more. And it is scary, but so be it. Because, I mean, I've seen friends of mine, not to go in there, it's like there's friends of mine who they started putting themselves out there, and they're starting to see the fruit of it now, where like they get dropping like like releasing singles and like albums and stuff like that, and they never would have achieved that if they honestly kept playing it safe. So I think I'm trying to do that on my own as well.
See, and I'm glad you bring that up too, because kind of going back to what I had said, you have people who, I feel there's two types of people in that category when it comes to like making those type of New Year's resolutions and why it falls through. You have the people who will do it. Well, I guess three. I take it back, three. So you have the people who will do it because it's in the moment. They hype themselves out, but then they lose that motivation afterwards. Whether it's because, life happens and they get distracted, or they're just like, this is too much work. Let me leave it for next year. And they keep putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. There's then those people who are also the type who, like what you just said, who will, in the moment, they'll be like, yes, I'm ready. I'm going to make these changes. I'm going to achieve these goals. But then for whatever reason, whether it's past traumas, past experiences, people, or whatever is going on in their personal lives, they will scare themselves in that mindset where they talk themselves out of it. And they don't hold themselves to that, like, no, you can't. You got to push yourself through that fear that, you kind of bring that upon yourself. Because, again, at the end of the day, the only one holding yourself back is going to be you. So I completely agree with that. Like, going off to what at the age that I'm at, which is 29, I don't know why I'm talking like if I'm 50, but at the age that I'm at, the New Year's resolution, that doesn't really exist for me. It's more of like periodic. So in the moment, something that I was actually talking about with somebody today is defining what being masculine is. Because for so many years, I feel I've had a lot of toxic mindset of what a man is supposed to be. And I'm good at telling other people, well, a man is this, well, a man is that. But then I see it in myself, in my personal relationship, that those toxic masculinity traits of my past do start popping up. And it's kind of not, I don't tell like the person I'm with, like, oh no, a man is supposed to be like this and a female is supposed to be like that. But I do kind of hold myself to the expectation. And sometimes I fall through that expectation that I'm like, I'm not like that. And I'm a different person than the shit that I was fed since I was little of what a man is supposed to be. A man is not supposed to have feelings, and all that. And I mean, we are going to leave that to a different episode, but I do want to bring that because that is a goal that I kind of thought about. Well, not thought about, but I talked to somebody today and helped me to kind of make that a personal goal for myself, because this, I see it affects a lot of aspects of my life. So to me, it's like, this is something that I need to work on in order for it to kind of translate to a lot of aspects of my life. My relationships, whether it's, romantic, family, friends, or just my self-esteem, my goals, outside of everything, and just all that. So to me, that's my goal. All right, so now let's go to Ian and his weather report.
I'm not Ollie. Anyway. Y'all make me so mad sometimes. I can't deal with y'all. Anyway, in regards to how I feel on New Year's, I think, I do believe, like we already touched on it, that New Year goals, they do work just so long as it only goes as far as you want them to. Whereas, like, if you are really serious about this thing and you really want this to happen, then you'll make it happen. And, that's totally your decision, whether you hold yourself to a standard or you don't. I know one of the problems I think people do that make them get discouraged is they say the New Year goal when they're in that somewhat past year mindset. And then when they get to the New Year, they're faced with what? The new challenges, new levels, new expectations, and instantly those new goals kind of go out the window. Because the problem is they're dealing with like whatever the new stuff is, a new job, going back to, new school, maybe if it's like starting a new family and stuff like that. But it's just the goals that they had, they thought back then before they crossed like into like 12 o'clock of the new year, that'll just be, oh, I got this. I'm going to own this. I'm going to own this. And they didn't take into consideration that maybe those goals that they're setting is going to have to cause them to kind of like evolve. They're going to have to, you know, kind of grow in some areas of themselves they did not know. And because they did not know that, they lose that motivation where it's like, I just don't think I can do it. It's like, yes, you can. It's just the fact that maybe you need to come up in some areas. Because, I mean, I know we already touched on it. There's that whole sense of I want. But the question is, you know, it's not just solely about just wanting it. It's like, what are you going to do to keep it and sustain it? Because, I mean, what good is it to get the thing that you want, but then you're not at the level to honestly, you know, keep it? And then you're only going to end up blowing it, and then you're going to feel like the, you know, New Year sucks, and it really doesn't. It's just the fact that it's reaching for a deeper level of you that honestly you didn't even know, and it's a push. Like, I mean, I already just went in a little bit about it because I don't know, just I don't even think I shared this with y'all. I don't know. I'm trying to get myself back into the writing thing because I don't know. Ever since I started working and then even kind of just the life changes and stuff, there is a narrative kind of starting to form in my mind. And, you know, I'll share the title with you. It's called The Unseen Dream, because one of the questions that I've heard, you know, one of the things that I've heard, even from myself, even from like literally the three of you and many others, is when we would have sit down and have conversations, one of the things that I would hear is the fact that, you know, I never imagined my life going this way. I never imagined I would be this, like doing that and this. And it just kind of got me to thinking where it's like, that's true. And while most people wish that their life, you know, they had a whole dream and a whole, like, I thought I was going to be doing this by this age and I'll be doing this by this year, but then their life takes a whole different shift. They feel like their dream was not accomplished, but it is possible. Maybe it is. It's just, that's not the dream that you were seeing. It could have just been a different one that was way deep within you that you didn't even realize. So you might not be far off from your dream. It's manifesting in a different way than you honestly kind of conceptualize. But anyway, that's been working on me because I don't know. I've been feeling that real strong this year. It's just, you know, the route that we didn't take. Most people think it's a regret. Most people think it's just accident or coincidental. I honestly don't think so, because it's bringing out new levels of you that honestly you probably would not have discovered if you didn't take this route. It's real easy just to look at the path that you're on and be like, oh, it sucks if I chose this one. But that might not be true. You might be better off. You're not looking at it right. So yeah, that's my thing.
Good stuff. Omar?
All right. So, hi, my name is Omar.
Hi, Omar.
All right, so, I mean, my take for New Year's, honestly, is you got to learn how to take ownership of yourself. You can't keep blaming other people for your lack of motivation, lack of fucking anything in reality. Plain simple. You just got to be able to take ownership. Got to be able to work on yourself. You got to be able to admit that, yes, you made a mistake. All right. But now it's time to move on. It's time to go ahead and do what you got to do. I mean, we cry and complain about problems and that we really can't control. So why are you complaining about it? You get me? Mm-hmm. Like, doesn't make sense why we're going in circles with problems that really shouldn't be in our radar to even be concerned. But you know, that's one of the reasons why this year I'm trying to take it more of a like, damn, stop blaming other people for my mistakes. You know, the man is holding us down or some shit like that. No, it's plain simple. There's tools. We just don't know how to use those tools. That's what it is. You know, going back to the whole millionaire status thing, you know, if you want to be rich, you gotta be able to admit your mistakes and gotta know how to work around those mistakes. But yeah, I think my big takeaway is just taking ownership. You know, don't complain, just keep going.
Okay, so good stuff, people. Good stuff. Now, we are going to be wrapping up this episode. We had a great conversation. I hope you guys enjoyed it. and hopefully, we will hopefully start seeing some some uh some uh some
Progress.
Progress?
yeah, sure. But before we wrap it up, we're not gonna be pretentious assholes here and pretend like we know best. So instead of trying to tell people what to do, let's try to give some advice. What each one of us would say. I'll go first because hello. Um,
Sky.
so for me, my advice for people is the same advice that I give myself. You gotta be, again, going back to the SMART goals, you gotta know what you want, why you want it, and are you willing to do what you gotta do, and then know the steps that you're gonna take. To me, I do think it's you should be a little bit more flexible when it comes to the time management. Time management. If you say, I'm going to achieve this in 6 months, you got to be realistic. There's things that are going to happen. Like for, real quick, an example, like I spoke about this at the beginning of the first episode, how I have a group of friends who I'm working with for the last like 4 or 5 years on a series that we've been working on. And we said, okay, we're going to have this done by in a year. Well, we learned it the hard way that it got expanded. So to me, the time management has to be a little bit more flexible. But those first things, again, you got to know what you want, why you want it, are you willing to do it, and what are the steps to do it. That to me has helped me improve a little bit more. It's not going to be a miracle maker, either. But to at least, even if you improve, if we can get these statistics, these percentages a little bit up, even by 1%, then hey, and again, this is at the end of the day is for you. So if you're out here saying that you're going to do all these goals just to impress other people, well, maybe that should be a goal that, if you're going to improve yourself, it should be for yourself, not for others, not to put this image of, oh my God, this person has it all. Because at the end of the day, people might not say it, but they will see right through you. That's just a little advice from my end. Who's next?
I think I'll go next. Mine's really short, so remember to
grow up.
Yes.
Okay, why did you send me next to him? Because now I gotta be immature. Because that was kind of funny.
He said penis.
Tangly parts. Go, Jesus.
Okay.
Jesus.
I hate all of you. So, mine would have to be, remember to always be patient with yourself. Because in this day and age, you want everything really, really fast. Like, progress-wise. And it just can be, like, a burden to feel as if you're not making any progress. Just be patient and try not to be too hard on yourself.
Can't do this.
Oh, Lord. Let me get up.
Okay.
Don't play with yourself. All right. Good ending point.
Okay,
Who's
you
next?
go ahead.
Who? Wait, I'm going next?
Yeah,
Yes.
Giggles.
Okay. Yeah. Shut up. Do not call me that. No, but my advice would be just embrace change. Because, new, I get it. Everybody wants it, but then the funny thing is when the new starts happening, I think that's when people's kind of sense of nervousness starts to kind of go up because you feel like the ground is shaking and you're losing your footing. But I just want to encourage the people out there that, yeah, even though it might seem like, everything's kind of getting shaken up and you're like, I just want to be at peace and stuff. What now? What is it now? What's wrong with y'all? Oh, so I'm Giggles. Well, F you.
So, yeah, embrace yourself.
Talking about shaking the floor and always does one stand.
Embrace yourself. Oh, no.
I just started thinking.
That percentage is 2 for a reason here. People like you making fun of him.
I wouldn't say anything.
The poor kid is barely going to try to put himself.
Long story short, I do want y'all to just, embrace the idea of change. Like, don't be resistant about it. Because it's going to be amazing what you honestly, grow into, I promise.
What about you, Omar? You got anything to add over there?
I mean, personally, what I got to add is, guys, honestly, just be real with yourselves. Don't think that you have to impress other people Just be real. If you can't afford something, don't buy it. If you don't feel comfortable going out because it's only gonna benefit the other person, don't do it. Honestly, just focus on yourself, get your shit together, and once you are ready, then go out. Then go spend the money. But as of right now, honestly, don't do it.
All right, guys. So again, thank you for joining us. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope you guys were subscribe. Then what the hell is the order? Share, right? All that download, and all that good stuff. But thank you for you guys joining us, and for our next episode, we are planning to talk about
Tuki Balaba.
Again with this language barrier, you know. But hope you guys have a great January. We will guys see you in February. And yeah, for me, thank you. Take care and see you then, guys.
Bye.
Bye.